Welcome back, everyone, to Missions 101, where today we will run the second pair of missions with the fifth set. Now, I actually did 3 missions in the last episode because we did the extra one to finish out the rep quest in there, and that actually gets credit for the dailies. So I had 2 plus the extra rep 1, so that is actually finished rather than finishing that in the middle of the second episode as I usually do. So now that we're halfway done with the weekly, let's see what the next mission is. My scouts have just returned from Ashmarzarach with the troubling news. It seems that Gorgar has allowed some strange orcs into his ranks, chief among them the Gashfra clan from Angmar. Oh, fun. If the stories I heard of the Gashfra bear any truth, we have much to fear from this alliance. You must go to Ashmarzarach and find the orc known as Drawpush. Defeat him and douse the last embers of Nurz Ghashu for the Joruka for the Gabil Aka. I'm gonna say, because I think I've been saying for all these years Nurz Ghashu, where I guess it's Nurz. Never mind. In the armory of Ashar-Zarok, the orcs of Gundabad make ready their weapons of war. Rumors speak of the orcs of Angmar drawn by Gorgar's service. Your mission is to defeat Drawpush, one of the Kashfra, in service of Gorgar the Ruthless. Yeah, my throat won't take too much of that. And our twist seems to be a burning shield. Some monsters in this mission will apply a flaming reflex shield on themselves. Wonderful. The last Embers of Nurz Ghashu. Yes. Now, this is in the same space where you have all those ballistae. I suspect that those ballistae are still there. But they changed it slightly because now the portcullis is down on that side. And in fact, that's the way to where the boss is going to be. So I just have to be able to get there through a different route. The boss is in one of the locations where you find a troll in one of the other ones. You even see the boss dancing around down over there. It's just getting to him. Now, we do have those guys. I suppose you can ignore them. Yes, the ballistae are there. Now, I was just getting ready to go off in that direction, but there is absolutely no need to go off in that direction, because there is nothing there for this particular mission. Now, sometimes they vary things where something can be, but I don't think I've ever seen the... Oh. Oh, come on! Oh, it's a patroller! Oh. So we had a patroller there, and the patroller activated another one. Oh. There you go. Now, that's much better. I prefer that if I'm in melee with them, then I'm in melee with all of them. Since my AoEs work much better in that case than the fact that I don't have to worry about all those stupid arrows sticking in the side of my tummy. There you go. Now, let's see. This is... We got this sapper there. You got sapper there, sapper there, sapper there. Oh, well, we do want to take care of these two guys first. But those sappers are a real pain because it's 2 sappers at once. And I found ways of how to handle 1 sapper at a time. But 2 I've always found to be tricky. Let's see what I can do here. Because what's happened is I will ambush one and the other one is going to pretty much come after me. I don't think there's much I can do about that. except maybe, hopefully, encourage him to. But now you get these nasty burns on the end, and of course he's. No, he's still got his. Usually. Eh, and the trouble is this is one of the worst debuffs you can get. The powder burns debuff. Oh. Is one of the worst dots that you can have. And yeah, and of course they're throwing javelins at me, which doesn't help any. But yes, that is nasty, and I made sure that I ate before this one simply because I knew what was coming up. But those sappers, they're really, really bad. I think I need to get my tactical mitts up at some point. I should see about dropping a. Oh, I can't remember what those stupid things are called now. Yeah, well, we don't want him doing anything like that. Oh. And let's do the system right this time. I try to remember what those enhancement things are called. Sorry, there is. Oh, that's right. Essences! Yes, essences. That's the name of those stupid things. Now, let's get back to the door. And even though sometimes he comes close to the door, and this one I believe he's way back at the entrance. Probably because there are so many different missions related to this particular space that they just have them always come here, drop the box here. Well done! I fear that is not the last of these, but there will be time enough to track the rest of them down in days to come. Let us return and report your success. Yeah, let's go. Our mission's a success. Well done, Pine Leaf. I've heard tales of the Khashra from Angmar, but you have faced them in battle and lived to tell the tale. Let us hope Gorgar does not hide so many other surprises within Gundabad. Oh, I'm sure he has a lot more surprises just to be nasty. What else do you need me to do? Yes, I have received word from Scarhald is under attack by a raiding party of orcs. It seems that they are led by a hobgoblin of the Frost Horde who calls themselves Groznu. But I don't care what he calls himself. You must travel to Scarhald at once and break this attack at any cost. For the Joruka! For the Gabil Aka! I'm trying to remember which this one is. Scarhald? Alright. What's the twist? Inspiring presence. This monster commander has a mission, has an aura that buffs any allies nearby. A remnant of the lost dwarf kingdom of Grarek, Scarhald has long endured both the harsh climates of arid Mithril and the wrath of dragonkind. However, the Frost Horde knows well its weaknesses. Your mission is to break through the defenses of the Orcish invasion in the keep of Tharrazhar and defeat the hobgoblins known as Groznu, even though we don't care what his name really is. I thought it was this one. It was just that I had not realized that this is within Scarhald. So we got a black arrow there. We are going to have... Oh, you're kidding me. Well... Alright, let's take care of the Saboteur first. Now, if you find the Saboteur here, usually the Saboteur is on the other side, and you have to go through quite a number of orcs in order to deal with the Saboteur. But here... Yeah... Here, this makes it really short. You have found a missing piece of the gate mechanism, a steel wrought handle. Now, this does present a little bit of a predicament, and that is that the previous mission was very, very short, and I was hoping that this one would take a little bit of time to add a little balance there. Now, what I'm about to do right now, I really don't need to be doing. Now, normally, the saboteur is down this way. So he has a huge number of spots where he can be, but occasionally, as you saw, he can be down here, which greatly shortens the time of it. So I am going to do this as if I had not met the saboteur. But if you do meet the saboteur early and you are in a hurry and don't care about killing more orcs, you could just use the gate mechanism there because you have the thing to unlock it. And you'll be able to continue along on your way. But otherwise, it'll be the shortest episode ever if I just left it at that. Now, if this were the previous episode where I was doing that quest for glowing in order to sneak into the tower and listen in, if I was expecting to do that today instead of previous episode, then I would have just gone and left right away, had a very, very short part there, then ran the marked target quest. But since the marked target quest is already done, I don't have that option at this moment. There you go. Now, here's a place where I often find the saboteur. I think the first time I did that, and usually I find the saboteur either there or there. And occasionally I see him over there. So he could be just about anywhere in this hall. Or, of course, he could be right next to the mechanism as we found him today. This is still going to be a short one. I just cleared out the entire area. There's absolutely nothing left in here. So I guess it is time to use the key and go after, I was going to say friend, but obviously he is not a friend. Okay, our fiend from up here, this hobgoblin. So yes, there are a few mobs here that you could also kill along the way up. Now there's only one hobgoblin. And the hobgoblins are the ones who still have a need in order to kill some extras. Because orcs, I really don't need to kill orcs all that much. Now, let's see. Let's do this. We can milk the time on this one. It's not like that one a couple of, what's it about? Back, I think it was number 3, was it? During the third set where I had all those really, really long ones all back to back to back. Where if this were in the middle of that, I could really have shaved time on that. Now let's see. We have, yeah, there is Groznu. Groznu. Well, how do you pronounce that name? So yes, you do have a few extra to kill after getting past that key. But now we get him, who is a hobgoblin. Actually, for some reason, he doesn't. I guess maybe because he has. Maybe because we're in Scarhold, they decided that he's not going to count for the deed. Probably just as well. Now let's go in. Kill him anyway, because we do have it for the quest. So it could be because we're in Scar Hall, it's not going to count for the deed. And since I don't have the orc deed anymore, I have no way of checking around to see if those orcs counted or not. But there you go. Finally, Groznul has been nulled, so to speak. Now, where is the chest? Now, I would have thought that they would have put the chest near here because that's nice and close to the boss here, but I guess if you just need a straight line in order to get back to the entrance, there's no need to do that. You fought with valor, Pineleaf. Let us return and bring word of our victory to Horin. Yes, Baruch Azad. One less hobgoblin to worry about. Well done. I shall see to it that Scarhall's defenses are bolstered at once. Let us hope that it's enough. I should hope so too, because that's the second time I had to deal with the threat at Scarhall. What deed did I complete now? Completed Elderslade Mountain of Missions Tier 5. Completed missions 13 of 15. So I need Elderslade Mountain of Missions Tier 6. So what do you get for completing each of these? Might as well check. I've got a couple extra minutes here. There we go. A Mountain Elderslade Mountain of a Mountain of Missions. I'm halfway through it because there are 10 of these. You need to complete 20 missions for each of these. And for each of them, you get 2,000 virtue experience and some Gabilaka war marks. So I've got a bunch of those. That's good. And that completes another pair of missions. Yay! And that also completes our episode for today. So next time we are going to do missions 5 and 6 of the series that we have. We're in series 5 right now. And this means that we're reaching the halfway point of covering all of the missions. So what we find in that missions 5 and 6, we'll find that out in the next episode of Missions 101.